pick coming out from Echo. And it's almost instant the way that they picked it, right? They know that this Phobius will win in that matchup.
And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the first step to crowning the MPLI 2023 champions. We're brought through these amazing graphics. Thank you, production team, once again. But here it is, the PH Grand Finals. We have Echo on one side, RSG on the other, as we bring you into the land of dawn for the first game in this best-of-5 series. Let's get it.
Hey, in the bottom lane, XP Sanford already gonna be bullied here by Nats and Light, trying to go for a very early cut to the game. Kaltizi and Demon Kite as well. Fredrin versus Martis. This matchup, who's it favored for?
Ooh, Fredrin versus Mars. I still feel it's going to be Fredrin. Like, there's a lot more ways for him to recover. But when it comes to snowballing, especially with the Kaja that you can secure the kills with, you're going to go with the Martis in the early stages of the game. And one thing I'm really concerned about for RSGPH, and I think I said it in the draft, was the laning stage of the Paquito versus the Phobius, how Phobius-sided it is. But RSGPH, the way that they fixed it is, put Light in there. It's a 2v1, and they clear the waves fast. If you get level 2 on the Paquito, you're at least survivable against a Phobius.
It's that mid-trio strength that they're trying to convert onto, right? They're trying to close in that hole with that, and I understand this. You can already see it starting to work. This mid-trio with Light, Aqua, as well as Demon Kite already just really punishing Carl TZ in his own jungle, giving, I would say, Demon Kite a little bit of a early start, but Sanji already with that early burnt flicker in the game. Good resource to take out right before this neutral objective.
An exchange of battle spells down below. RSGPH still leading a bit in the gold department, both setting up for the neutral objective that spawns in 12.
Gonna be a lot of team fighting tools coming out from Mako. They have so much dashes, and this is the AP Brent combo with the final slash plus the Phobius. You activate your final slash, just guaranteed ultimate coming out from Sanford. In fact, Echo, they do have a lot of ways to kind of secure that Sanford will be able to get the dash up, get the ultimate up.
Power Spike level 4 for both Nats and Aqua. Demon Kite walking forward. Mortal Coil gonna be able to get popped in, but Sanji is the one who steals it. The Spike 2 Retribution as Brazer's Wrath coming down. Nats gets saved by a Nether Realm, and now is able to dash away. Demonic Force though. Nats gets the shielding. Sanford gets baited in. Light now. Divine Judgment pulling him back. Flicker all the way. Sanford still able to escape right now as that's a Shadow Stampede to bring JP and Sanji again back. It's
That was...
one for all?
That was...
Nobody died.
Well, yeah, but at least Echo was still able to get that neutral objective over, and I think it's funny, right? Because in the drafting phase, I asked you the exact question, why pick up a Valentina now? It doesn't feel like the perfect, I would say, counter setup towards the strong Faramis pick with the IMU, but it turns out it might be for a different reason. Like you mentioned, Sanji on the Valentina, comfortable hero, a power pick for him, and he's able to grab that turtle under the noses of both of the junglers.
Sometimes it happens. Right now, RSG are putting a lot of emphasis onto the top lane, which is the right thing to do because it's a Claude, but in comes Echo.
Final slash, not connecting even with the flicker, and Monzo able to get the Purify out, but Benny Cutie follows, able to Blazing Duet under the turret. Now it's Light who's going to be targeted down. Aqua coming back in, that's a pullback onto Benny. The turret targeting Divine Judgment as well by Light to lock Sanji down, but a good flicker ensures his safety, gets him out. Now it's DK who's coming down, 1 decimate, and it could be the end of this Echo win. But it's 1-0 still. They fall back in the right time.
It's going to be very close for sure. And I think that we're waiting for the important items. For example, Sanford, I think it's always the second item for the Phobius, especially from the XP lane. You wait for your Clock of Destiny first, and then your first item be the Dominant Size. I think that will be a very important item for Echo to work with because it is that item that kind of prevents Faramis to be good in the team fights, and also it kind of nullifies what Demon Kite can do. And Echo are going to be fine just waiting for their right timing because they're rocking a Claude. And they have so much protection for that Claude. Late game is definitely Echo's cherry.
Nats jumps in, gets a knockout strike 2 times. Demonic Force now used up by Sanford. The Ghost Bursters and the Final Slash bringing light back right now. Sanford pops into the Demonic Force once again. Kaltizi and Demon Kite. It's going to be Demon Kite who wins the retry battle now as it's an all-in with a Blazing Duet as well. Another Realm HP getting rid of instantly as light flickers out. Demon Kite now with a Mortal Coil defensively. Crossbow attack is ready. Nats wants to go in. Sanji is down with an all-in. It's another crossbow attack for the team fight onto JP now and out to Kaltizi, who's forced to run away. But with the Weakness Finder, it slows you down for Aman to get a double.
And that's a 4-0 trade in favor of RSGPH. That was an interesting turn of events because face value in that neutral objective contest, Kaltizi was a level below of Demon Kite, so they didn't really actually need to go for that engage. They lost the neutral objective and they gave the momentum back to RSGPH. What do you think about that?
There were so many micro outplays. That's what I saw from that game. For example, Eman was able to stand his ground and get into the zone where Sanford will be receiving 3 stacks of the weakness points. Then additionally, you saw how Nats timed it perfectly, catching 3 members of Echo with a knockout strike. It almost looks like a Minoan Fury from his perspective. And not only that, Aqua, his timing on the NetherRealm is actually pretty good. I think it is one thing that I commended in the previous series, or actually it was yesterday, when he uses the NetherRealm to tank the damage and not save his teammate first. So what he did was, when the Blazing Duet was out, instantly go for the NetherRealm. Don't wait for your teammates' HP to be low.
Wait a minute, Nats. Very aggressive maneuvers here. Whoa, an even more aggressive maneuver by Benny Cutie with a Blazing Duet as that's the Final Slash to displace Nats. But there's another round by Aqua in that push just waiting.
That's 2.2k gold lead for RSGPH. With that kill over to Aman, I still do see a very distinct gold difference between these gold laners.
Mainly because Aman is 2-1 and 2. And Echo, they're very spoken. At this point, they will try to still contest this one. Level 8 Kaltizi, level 11 Demon Kite.
3-11?
Kaltizi not having a good game right now, but Fine Judgment locks JP down. That's a crossbow attack as well by Aman, but it's going to be tanked up by the Netherrealm. Demon Kite wins out the retry battle. Now it's Nats in the back line. JP going to be taken low, but the taunt there saves him for a bit. Aqua follows it up and finds another. Sanford in the back gets another. It's a 1-for-1 trade in the team fight so far as Kaltizi gets a massive Appraiser's Wrap, but Demon Kite's back in with a Mortal Coil, chasing Benny down. Sanford rotating over. That's Demon Kite, way too overextended and punished by Echo.
2-for-1 trade, but Echo still, no, RSGPH still pick up that neutral objective. Are these trades ultimately good for Echo? I mean, they've been forcing all these team fights. They have been getting a little bit of kills, but at the end of the day, it's still RSGPH with the gold lead.
Absolutely not good for Echo. It's mainly because Kaltizi is losing on gold, and surely you did take out Demon Kite, but having, 2 levels up on your jungler, it's really unforgivable for Echo. They really need Benny Cutie to do the heavy lifting now. And speaking of heavy lifting, we're talking about Nats being the Hulk for RSGPH. I think he's activated. He's smashing right now.
Knockout strike. Oh, Betty's running away. The Final Slash doesn't connect onto Nats. Forces a whole lot of resources from inside of Echo. And JP is going to be the one caught Demon Kite. You dash to him and he decimates you.
RSG Philippines are on a different level right now. And I think that the fact that they played in the earlier series with a massive win against AP Brent, their morale is much better compared to Echo because of the momentum. And I think that you can see it through the way that they are handling their heroes, their characters. It kind of seems fluid for RSGPH. What I'm trying to say here is RSGPH looked like a team like well warmed up, well oiled up. I think that they have better decision making compared to Echo.
So why do you think that is? I mean, this is not something that I recognize from Echo. They understand that they're in a tough position, yet they keep forcing the same thing, looking for a different output, but the return is exactly the same. They're still losing trades. Yeah. Why do they keep forcing it?
I guess because it's they feel comfortable with their signature heroes. They feel very comfortable with their draft. Honestly, I also don't agree with their decision making, but here we are. They're gonna contest once again.
Let's see if Echo can look for a big fight. It's Divine Judgment time. 4 Light gets it. NetherRealm instantly by Sanji. A big resource for another. 1-for-1 in the resource battle. Sanford though Demonic Force now into the mid lane. Nats and Iman need to be very safe. The Demonic Force continues over to Iman, and now there's another round from Aqua forced out. Crossbow Tang now used up already. That's a flicker defensively by Sanji as they look for the Lord. Demon Kite versus Carl TZ. Stanford low and a Decimate. 2 Decimates from Demon Kite. The Mortal Coil as well. It's not just 2 Demon Kites. It's 3. It's 4. It's a Maniac for DK.
But Carl TZ, against all odds, was still able to pick up that Lord? What?
It's all about wasting the resources of Echo with the Demonic Force activated on 2 members of RSG Philippines. Aqua, once again with the timing on the Netherrealm, saves his teammates and puts Sanford as well as JP in a very bad spot. You can see that when they tried to go back to their team to kind of respond with their teammates, what happened was they were nailed down by Demon Kite. And obviously the damage output was enough. Finding Haltizi, and again, Echo didn't have any chance to win that team fight, especially because they're down so much gold and EXP. And they suffered the results. They lose 4, they lose the Lord.
And it was so unfortunate that Sanji had to waste that Netherrealm right before they even went for an engage. And I think that would have been a very valuable resource if they want to play that long-term team fight, especially against Aqua.
Yeah. Demon Kite 5-1 and 5. And fortunately for Echo, they did steal that Lord. That's why they will have a little bit of farm, a little bit of a way to farm up. Benecute already up with a Corrosion Scythe. Nevertheless, the defense will be there for RCPH in all lanes.
Now for Echo, they're gonna really have to dig deep to find a way back into this game. 3 base turrets is all that is left of Echo's base. RSGPH, we know what happens when they get the snowball rolling. It's no longer a snowball, it's a death ball. And they're utilizing it here in game number 1. Like you said, Wolf, with the momentum of the last series victory as well.
Yeah. You can feel it. You can feel how they move. It's very fluid. Even Nats is not making any kind of mistake. He is on point. And even Demon Kite with what? This is probably the 3rd game of the day for the Martis. As he's playing that Martis, it kind of feels like he's improving his movements every single game.
What about the items here? 11 minutes in. I mean, can Benecute still come back and hold the team on his shoulders?
Yeah.
What about his items? He's 3 items in.
Yeah, the fact that he is just 400 gold behind Eman, that's actually pretty good for Echo. And also another important item is the Winter Truncheon available for Sanford. I can imagine that more members of Echo will eventually get that item to counter this 1-1. But most specifically for Sanford, that is very important. The item timing will be great for the team.
Hopes that they can win that team fight that way. Now though, RSGPH, it feels like they're playing their usual strategy, does it not? Aqua on the Faramis, you have Nats just continuously controlling these side lanes back and forth, and even now he's starting to manipulate to set up for the neutral objective take. This is typical RSGPH.
That's right.
They got the comfort picks.
Comfort picks and comfort playstyle too.
All right, JP walking forward, Divine Judgment instantly lock him down, and that's him taken out. Not even a crossbow, a tang by Imani holds it in. Sanji stole another round, but now it's also used up. Carl TZ is inside of that Lord Pit right now. Iman going forward, baiting out a few of these demonic forces from Sanford as Carl TZ goes at it with Demon Kite right now. It's a 1v1 retreat battle, and it's the GOAT. Carl TZ who finds the Lord, but Iman gets a solo kill. Now it's an all-in to the bottom side. A knockout strike to bring Sanji all the way to the Decimate. That's him taken down. Now it's Carl against the world. And the world wins. The Decimate takes him out to give Demon Kite 2.
What is that retribution by Carl TZ? I mean, 2 times he was able to win it against Demon Kite. No. But now, Nat's going to be able to punch Benecute back into his base. But that was actually a really good 1v1 between Aman and Sanford earlier on that Aman eventually won. And this is it, RSGPH. This is their very own rumbling.
Final slash, only onto Light. And it's only Penny who can clear these waves. Single target damage, man, you're not going to be able to clear all of it. And it's a base turret, despite Echo being the ones to secure the neutral objective.
You gotta have to hand it to the GOAT, the young GOAT, able to steal that Lord even when he was actually a level behind.
Exactly.
And I see that he is actually juggling between the taunt as well as the knockup coming out from the Fredrin. But even more so, it was really much on point with the retribution. And that's something that you can give to Carl TZ for sure. Still not level 15. But RSG Philippines. That snag coming out from Light onto JP. They even forced the NetherRealm, and they want more.
Good reaction by Benny Cutie right there. Now the whole team's made it out. The final slash from JP. That's a big one with a flicker comboed in. Now it's another round. The Demonic Force following through all the way to the back line. Iman giving him a lot of resources to just continue to pop this Demonic Force. Echo on the chase. Iman finally getting out of that range, getting into the base turret. But now it's Echo who are fighting, who are winning the fight, despite a 4,000 gold deficit. Demon Kite, Mortal Coil, giving them enough space to clear the minions out. It's Aqua with the Ghost Bursters. Echo, do they have a chance to completely win this? Let's see, the conceal used up by JP, all just to back away for now.
What in the world happened there? Light gets taken out and instantly Echo's able to hold back the ball?
Echo just super on point when it comes to identifying some weaknesses from their opponents, even when they're behind. They found an opening onto the front lines, and the RSG PH utilized their NetherRealm just to save Light. Then eventually they took over. As long as they are zoning out Emma, they're going to be A-okay. And the fact that Sanford has now reached critical mass, I think that he has his 4th item already, it makes it so that he is the nuisance. Obviously, he deals the damage, and he's very tanky, but more so, it's a disruptor for RSG PH. It's like he destroys the formation of RSG Philippines. So, in the coming team fights in the late game, Sanford's role will be so important for the team.
But being able to zone out Iman is one thing, right?
Yeah.
Core damage dealer for RSGPH, but if we take a look at the damage dealt, it's actually Aqua at #1 in the leaderboard.
That's very true. That's why Carl TC went in for the Athena Shield. I reckon Benny Cutie will have to consider it also. They can see that he can easily be bursted down because of that. So yeah, you really have to take care of Eman, but you also have to take care of Aqua.
And now I'm worried, right? Demon Kite and Carl TZ, they're both at level 15. At this point, with a 5k gold difference, it feels like it doesn't matter. It feels like a 50-50.
Yes. It's all about the Nether Realms now, actually. From both Sanji as well as Aqua. It's all about who is better at zoning out. That's already put low.
Lord Dan still reset it here. Both teams do not want to go for the full commitment, especially RSG, who've been in the lead and are still in the lead for now. It's Light, Divine Judgment locking Carl TZ down him on with a rotation. The final slash with the Appraiser's Blast was dodged away from because of the final slash. Now it's a Demonic Force onto the Demon himself, Demon Kite, and onto Light and Iman. Demon Kite getting out the Vengeance, not able to get fully reset it there. But looking across both tanks, Edford might just be outplayed here. That's what Blazing do it from Benny Cutie onto the back, and he finds the big play to shut Iman down. Now it's Light concealed in, flickering forward, Benny! With the immortality, and now it's Sanji, super low, taken out, knocked out by Nats. In game #1, it's still a 2-for-2 in the 17th minute. Aqua trying to find a good angle to look for another, but it's equal. Wow.
The legend himself, man. Benny, what?
Oh my goodness.
That was beautiful. The outplays coming through, coming in with the last second. That decision of making championship blood running through his veins. That critical last moment really won him an equilibrium with RSGPH here in the 17th minute.
I think really through. Sanford went in for the play, went for Demonic Force onto Eman. He knows that Eman eventually will get the stacks and will get the ultimate. And when he activated the Winter Truncheon, he made it so that he is very low, that you would actually wait for that suppression to be out. And then when he is about to get back out of the frozen state, that was when Benny Cutie went in with the BMI. That was really smartly played by Echo.
And now it's back to this, back to square one, back to this Lord dance. Ladies and gentlemen, almost 19 minutes in, we're back to this Lord Tango coming through. And again, right, Nats still trying to be that detrimental force in that bottom side, pushing in that far lane. And what does that do for his team? It actually is able to bring Stanford out of the team in hopes that Iman will be a little bit more free if it comes to a team fight.
Light and Eman holding the long bush for Carl TZ.
Ooh, all the weakness point popped in. Look at that, half HP instantly. That's Carl TZ, the main frontliner of Echo.
Yeah, you gotta have to watch out for the Benny Cutie plays, by the way, at this stage for Echo.
Light, conceal, JP with a good cancel, the final splash, displacing Light right now. That's going to be the taunt as well. Chain CC onto Light, no Divine Judgment used up just yet, but now JP is still in the midst. Iman gets all the Venus points right now, but it's not going to be able to pop it in just yet as Sanford jumps in and zones him away. The Demonic Force follows through all the way. Iman brought back under the tier 2. Aqua comes in with the save of the Nether Realm. Now it's Sanford again in the midst of it all with another realm as well for the side of Sanji and a Winter Truncheon as well. But Sanford should fall here with another HP damage coming in, but the Divine Judgment from Flight catches a Benny Cutie with a blazing duet. Sanji locked down and now taken out by Iman. RSGPH, they win a fight purely through micro.
Oh my goodness. Eman, I've seen that before. It was a marquee-esque play. Back in season, what, 10? They countered the Phobius. And RSG, oh my god, they're gonna end it. They went for the juggler.
And a Divine Judgment to end it all. The final slash will truly be the final one of the game, as Echo will fall in game number 1.
Wow.
Amazing.
I'm still at a loss for words with that play by RSG. What?
The team fight before that, it was Echo outwitting the side of RSG Philippines, right? You saw that they were able to punish that kind of play. But at the second time, they learned. RSG adapted. They made sure that Aqua was nearby, so that when Beniguti does come in, you still have the ultimate, the Nether Realm. There was now help for Eman. Now they peeled for Eman. And even after the Nether Realm, they exchanged both Nether Realms, they still output the damage, they kept the suppression in there, and then they punish afterwards. That was beautiful adaptation coming out from RSG.
And Light as well, man. It's not just the Nether Realm, but how the heck did Light get initiated on? But he had the patience, the composure to save